Every day feels borrowed. A cold ritual looms like a shadow on the horizon, one which strips away lives without mercy. How do people live when death is not only certain, but scheduled? Some cling to tradition, others drown in despair. Within this darkness, there are those who still reach for love, fragile, fleeting, and doomed though it may be. It grips us, not with spectacle, but with inevitability. The cruel knowledge that love and life will always stand on borrowed time. This is what makes the Gommage one of the most striking hooks in all of fiction. The day of the Gommage begins with Gustave, a savvy engineer whose work is rooted in building, fixing, and helping others. In the face of the looming Gommage, he clings to these skills as a way of pushing back against despair. Beneath his steady hands lies a heart unsettled. He longs to confront his former love and bring her a simple rose.
If you're gonna give someone flowers, you should probably do it before they wither and die.
What, the flower? Or Sophie?
Ooh, dark. Sophie would approve. Hey, you said it, not me.
This first exchange accomplishes a great deal. It establishes Sophie as a figure of deep importance to Gustave. The tone is playful, but the shadow of death slips naturally into the conversation. Gustave's sardonic response and Maelle's teasing reveal both characters at once. From the outset, love, loss, and mortality are intertwined.
The others are waiting for you. You're supposed to be helping with the festival.
With what? Putting up 3 tables? They'll manage.
You underestimate Lumière's enthusiasm for the expedition. There's at least 5 tables.
Marvelous.
Here, humor shades into world building. Maelle's quip about 5 tables undercuts what should be a moment of communal significance. Preparations for the expedition. What was once a source of grandeur and aspiration now feels paltry and diminished. Both characters recognize the futility of these rituals. The festival has become hollow, and its tables are a metaphor for how little hope remains for the success of these expeditions.
Have you tried throwing with your other arm instead? If you could hit the Paintress directly, that would actually be useful.
You know, hobbies don't always have to be useful. I'm enjoying the uselessness of today and readying my usefulness for tomorrow. And soon, we'll get to do a lot more than throw rocks.
That's what all the other expeditions said.
Hey, you know they gave their lives to lay the trail for us, right?
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Maelle reduces the expeditions to a cycle of failure, while Gustave refrains them as sacrifice. Failed in outcome, perhaps, but noble in intent, marking him as someone unwilling to surrender entirely to despair.
You still got a flower to give, no?
Yes. Just... I'm not sure how to start. After 4 years apart, what do I say to her on the day of her Gommage?
You're asking me? I don't know. Sun's about to set, so be direct. Hey, Soph, been a while. Could we...
But the gesture is heavy in meaning. To face her again means confronting not only their past, but the feelings that still burn quietly within him. Nervous, uncertain, and afraid of facing the truth, Gustave nevertheless approaches her, rose in hand.
Could we talk? That's for your, if there's room.
There's always room.
When Sophie accepts the rose with quiet grace, The silence between them cracks just enough to show that their love has never fully gone.
You know,
I
I'm
missed you.
sorry that... I
You
miss
don't
you.
need to. Okay.
You go.
No, you.
Something has always stood in their way. The looming pressure of the Gommage.
In a different world, right?
We'll break the cycle, so she can't steal anyone else's future.
Perhaps they feared falling too deeply in love, knowing the ritual could tear them apart at any moment. Perhaps the weight of that inevitability kept them distant, each protecting the other from the pain to come. But on this day, as the Gommage approaches, they choose to face it together, not as strangers divided by fear, but as two souls bound by love. They spend the day together, slowly making their way down to the docks where the ritual will be held. The streets of Lumière carry an unbreakable silence. Faces are streaked with tears, families cling to one another, and yet still try to wring small fragments of joy from what little time remains. Every interaction Gustave and Sophie share carries the weight of finality.
What you're going through.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've lived 33 good years. Look around. We've had our whole lives to prepare. We're all fine. Mostly.
I'm not fine.
You will be.
Each moment here is carefully staged by the narrative, preparing us for the emotional impact to come.
Don't forget to credit me.
The slow, suffocating weight is part of the hook itself.
Thank you for all these times.
It's always been a pleasure, my friend. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
As they walk, Gustave and Sophie pass a gathering point for the expeditions. Once these ventures carried an air of fanfare. A desperate but hopeful attempt to find salvation beyond Lumière. Now, crowds are thin. Few volunteers step forward, their numbers dwindling with every passing year. As they pass, we are reminded of the quiet cruelty the Gommage leaves behind. Each year, children are orphaned, left to grow up in a world where love is always shadowed by loss itself. One woman stops Sophie and asks if she regrets not having children. The truth of her and Gustave's separation comes into focus.
I am not selfish enough to bring others into our doomed world. I know we are not many to think like this now. And it destroyed my relationship with the person I loved the most. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to spend this moment with him.
Their love was never broken by a lack of feeling, but by the fear of what such a love might cost. The Gommage claims more than lives. It strips away hope, destroys families, and devours the very idea of a future. The story doesn't just tell us what's at stake, it shows us, making the hook hit even harder when the ritual finally begins. All of these moments, the hollow expeditions, the mourning families, the fractured love between Gustave and Sophie, draws closer to the inevitability of the Gommage. Each step down to the docks is a step deeper into despair, until at last, the ritual begins. By the time the Gommage begins, we aren't shocked by what happens. We're already grieving for it. This is the brilliance of the hook. It doesn't just devastate. It patiently prepares us to feel the weight of that devastation. As the Paintress wakes, she slowly casts her mark upon the monolith.
I'm here.
I know. I know.
The Gommage ends, with Gustave left in silence. Sophie, the woman he loved, bound to a fate he cannot undo. Families vanish, futures collapse, and Lumière sinks once more into emptiness. For Gustave, there is no victory here. Only the unbearable weight of loss and the certainty that the cycle will return. This leaves us with one harrowing question. Why? Why does the Paintress do this? What terrible circumstances would cause her to commit such cruel acts?
That all is not in vain. All that matters remains.
However, even in the face of such despair, something fragile remains. Sophie accepted his rose. Their love, though torn apart by the impending doom they face, was real. Gustave still rises to resist, even knowing resistance may fail. The Gommage may strip away lives, but it cannot erase the quiet defiance of those who choose to love in spite of inevitability. Though he may have lost his one true love, he still has a world worth fighting for. It's this delicate balance, despair and the faint flicker of persistence, that makes the Gommage unforgettable and ensures that the hook lingers in the mind long after the introduction has begun.